going up against Addymestic.
I don't see Addy with a water bottle right now, so I
he's dehydrated.
Worry about his hydration levels. You see him wearing he's wearing his hoodie now. He's got the hood up, so he might be a little bit cold. He's been waiting for quite some time now.
He's got that Justin Bieber.
Okay, there's the water. I saw the water bottle. We're good. All right, Addy is maintaining that hydration level. Extremely important to stay loose, to stay limber, to get the lubrication on all your muscles and your joints all in your body.
Okay. And the buttons work.
Yeah, we're seeing the button check coming in.
noeL gonna tweet out XD as well. Probably not.
Nah, he's probably just organizing the tunes right now, figuring out what song. I like that Addymestic showed what music he was listening to. I wish everybody did that.
I haven't seen it. What is he listening to?
He was listening. He showed us
is it just
Flexecution by Logic.
Oh, it's not just like.
Oh, no, I was with Creed when he did that. Okay,
yeah,
I was casting with Creed when he did that earlier. Hopefully, are we going to see it? Show me. Show me, Addy. Show me.
I hope it's just ABBA.
Man, he didn't show it.
It's a Dancing Queen.
Probably not.
Interesting that he puts them over the hoodie as opposed to like underneath. I feel like you get better audio circulation if it's underneath, like directly on the ears.
Did you say audio circulation?
Yeah, you want the audio to circulate.
I don't think that's really a thing, but when I wear a hoodie at home, I definitely put the headphones over the hoodie. When it's under, if you move your head around at all, everything feels
it's a little bit tighter,
constricted and strange.
3, 2, 1, brawl!
All right, we going into it. noeL is going to be on this Asuri pick, going up against Addy's Val. Double swords, looking like an NA match. But Addy's going to have this gauntlets. We'll see what he can do with these gauntlets against noeL's Katars. Expect noeL to kind of try to bait for that neutral signature. That's a move that he's a big fan of, and that Sayer's already going to kill at the bottom. Big lead for noeL.
Yeah, that's definitely a big, very confident opening for noeL coming into this. Just completely mind-giving Addymestic on the edge, which is where he's been succeeding this entire tournament.
Yeah, Addy has been doing so well with those gauntlet ground pounds. Surprised to see him go down so quickly to noeL's guitar play.
Nice down air. He tried to hit the turnaround side air, didn't end up hitting it. Ground pound coming out from Addymestic. noeL's able to recover back to the main platform. There's a dare, picking up the recovery off of the ricochet. Downlight into the side air.
But he's got to play this
side air.
He's a full stock behind.
Okay. He ended up getting the touch after he ended up hitting the recovery onto Addymestic. There's a falling nair. noeL is on the verge of lapping Addy on his second stock.
Goes for the gravity cancel downlight. Likely would have tried to follow up with that
He tried to go
ground
for
pound.
another downlight too. Really fishing for that one. He's using the grossest sword skin in the entire game though. But he picks up the side signature. Perhaps Addy might have been a little bit distracted as he scooted that little kitty cat run across the stage.
noeL looking on the verge of getting a 3-stock over Addymestic in the winners finals. That would be momentous for noeL. He would have so much momentum on him. But the side sig, Addymestic, still not enough to finish. Where's the Sayer? Doesn't get the hit. It ends just before touching noeL.
Oh, the downer into the nair, into the Sayer.
That's a 3-stock. noeL has done it. Addy even claps him. Addy was like, yo, that was real. I'm going to clap for you. Really well played. noeL just 3-stocked in game 1 of winners finals. The EU dream, it just died. That's the EU dream just died.
We saw Boomy with a big opening statement. That is a big opening statement as well in winners finals here. But of course, when I was casting with Creed earlier, he kept bringing up people's facial expressions and how some people were really, really emotive and how others weren't. Look at noeL. He is stone cold. You will not really see him make a lot of facial expressions when he wins, when he loses. It's a lot of respect coming out of noeL, and that's why I mentioned earlier I wanted to see Boomy versus noeL, because noeL is kind of like John Cena. He is the ultimate good guy. He's always the one giving respect to his opponents. Whenever he wins, he's never boastful. He's never prideful. He is a confident man in his play style, in his skills, and everything like that.
noeL, he's got game 1 under his belt, but we are seeing Addy able to get some sort of response, holding out against noeL. Likely will be a little bit more conservative on the edge against noeL and not overcommit, especially against the Katars. We saw 2 quick stocks taken from noeL by that Katar play. The Sayers, the gravity cancel neutral sigs, the dares as well, just so effective for noeL.
He has to be really, really careful on Shipwreck with those tiny sidewalls. Even if he's just recovering back to the wall to reset his jumps and then get back onto the main platform, he has to be scared. But he also has to be scared into the neutral game.
He tried to directly challenge with his own side sig, but he went the wrong way.
Yep.
He went for the direct challenge. I don't even know if he would have won the direct challenge. You can actually stuff the Asuri side sig with just a raw neutralite from like a sword.
Yeah.
But he went for the challenge with the side sig and it just didn't work out for him.
Addymestic definitely having a tough time. The recovery dropping just a little bit from noeL. Oh, we almost saw a dare loop there, but he chose to finish it off with a recovery on the right. It ended up missing in the process, but still super damage coming out.
Gigantic lead for
the noeL camp. Backing up, you see him being very paced down right into the side air. And it looks like Addy's, he was fishing for that side signature. That looked a little bit greedy there, and he ended up immediately getting punished. You're seeing that the little stutter step across the stage. That's about as menacing and as taunting as noeL will ever get. You know he's feeling so good right now.
Oh, okay. Addy able to avoid the Sair, and noeL gets back up safely.
He didn't have a chase dodge to get back. He had a regular dodge, and that was still just enough. Lack of pressure coming out from Addy here. I think he's just maybe not feeling his edge guards anymore. He's maybe going for a dare, and then if he doesn't get the sword dare, he's going to disengage. He's not going to risk it too far.
Addy is shook. His main gameplay of those ground pounds just not working for him. noeL completely punishing it. Addy trying to do it on stage. noeL still dodging through it, hitting that neutralite. He's going for the unarmed play against the gauntlets. He's going for the ground pound. Addy, okay, no 3-stock, but Addy is very far behind. Plants the flag. Do what you got to do to get yourself emotionally back into it, but this is noeL's game to lose.
Now, you mentioned the onstage ground pounds. Creed and I were talking about that earlier, how Addymestic is known for hitting all of these onstage ground pounds, stretching that hitbox, hitting it max range forward and back, not even just straight down. And noeL dodged almost every single one of them. He either backed up enough or hit the spot dodge into the downlight or a neutral light punish.
noeL's not done with Addy. That weapon toss interrupting the signature. But Addy, he's very good at utilizing that gauntlet ground pound. noeL's just a step ahead of him, punishing all of Addymestic's plays, relegating him to 300 damage.
Coach ERAM.
EU is in. ERAM's like, here's what you got to do. You got to hit him. You got to hit him 3 times in a row, and then on the 4th time, he's going to dodge, so don't even worry about it. You just got to hit the first 3, and then you're good to go.
This is that mid-set coaching. This would be highly talked about if this was Smash. The Smash community, for some reason, has a very controversial opinion on whether or not mid-set coaching should be allowed. ERAM coming to his back. Ithro! The man!
What is that? What are those glasses on Ithro? But Ithro likely just trying to troll a little bit with that mid-set coaching. We'll see if that ends up working to Addymestic's favor, if noeL has been thrown off a little bit on his A-game, but Addymestic he's got to take everything that ERAM is telling him and be able to put it into practice immediately. It is not easy to immediately hear someone say, all right, here's what you need to do, and then do it.
But it is easier sometimes when there's another set of eyes analyzing what you're doing. Like, I get stuck and paralyzed and scared and panic in the moment, and I'm not able to think analytically on what a smart person would do in that situation. It was something that Pugsy said to me, I think it was yesterday. He was like, when I hear you talk about the game and then I see you play the game, I don't understand. Because
there's 2 different people playing and talking.
It's tough. So having that coach in ERAM, having whatever the heck Ithro said with whatever those glasses gimmick was, that could be what Addy needs to kind of rein his gameplay in, understand, see somebody else's point of view, see an outsider's perspective on what he can do to beat noeL, who 3-stocked him in game 1 and 2-stocked him in orange on game 2.
We are seeing a little bit of a slower gameplay from Addy on this Hattori. You're not seeing those big overcommitments on the gauntlets. Goes for the deep read with that gravity cancel neutral sig, trying to do what Remy did against Boomy. Didn't quite get the positioning for it, though. Side sig connects, not going to be a kill. noeL not quite in that kill percentage. Drops the downlight follow-up.
And we didn't mention it actually immediately, but Addymestic obviously switching to Hattori. If he's not playing Val, he's been playing Hattori. There's been like a few other characters that he plays, but that's only been like when he was randoming in a tournament. It's really mostly been the Val, and then it's been the Hattori as the pocket pick, as the last-ditch effort. You're seeing him hit multiple onstage ground pounds with Spear, which
that's old school.
We see him doing that with the gauntlets, but that is so rare. You're absolutely right. Like, that's super old school with the Spear. Like, nobody does that anymore.
I mean, when it got re-hitboxed to where you could punish it by just standing under it with a neutral light, that's something that we saw Dobrain do, or not Dobrain, saw Daiku do in his sets earlier today. It was one of the big factors that stopped a lot of players from using that ground pound so much, but Addy kind of bringing it back. They've buffed that ground pound a little bit. I believe they added some hit stun to it.
Yes.
But Addymestic, he's bringing that back into his gameplay. It fell out of the meta, but noeL's just completely not expecting it. And one of the big things that people did with it, like going back to like Absent, back when he used to use it a lot, is just wait for them to burn a dodge, and then you have this falling hitbox of a ground pound, and they really don't have a lot of options aside from hoping that their neutral light wins out.
Down air into the side air from Addymestic. He's even the health up for sure. Sidelight barely missing. noeL ends up punishing. Oh, back-to-back sidelight punishes.
Oh, slide charging that signature off stage, and that is going to be enough. Addy, there it is. Finished off with that gravity cancel down sig. noeL kind of bringing out some style in his gameplay. Over to the guitars. Going to try to get some big strings with those down airs and down lights.
But you still see him on the bottom right, just absolutely stone cold, emotionless, chewing that gum. Look how fast he's chewing that gum right now. Oh my goodness.
The gum APM from noeL.
It was CPM because it's chews per minute.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Nice spot dodge into the turnaround neutral light. Tried to back up. There's the side air. Putting more and more damage onto Addymestic. noeL is not even a kill percent yet. That might have killed, but only just barely.
Oh, can't get in position for that down air. noeL going for a hard read with that slide charge turnaround neutral sig. There's a side sig. Addy this time is not in position to get caught by it, but he was going for a weapon toss in that spot. Down sig connects. All right, even stocks.
I mentioned this to Creed earlier. I love that signature slide charged. Really? I think that is hugely underutilized. Don't use it all the time, but I think like nobody really does that. For how many people play Hattori, nobody really does that, and I think it covers. It's huge.
You see it more out of like Bryn players with theirs.
Yes,
it's very similar.
That was when we mentioned it. Was when I think it was Compute playing on Bryn talking, and he Creed mentioned the slide charge down signature, and I said I want people to do that with Hattori because I love that signature slide charge.
It's a really strong option. But Hattori's, I mean, they've got some good signatures in it as well. I know Mother Russia for a while there was saying that he really likes slide charging the neutral signature from the Spear.
noeL does have the health lead right now. Downlight side air. This could be the stock.
That'll do it.
That's the stock. Toss. That's the game. That's the set. The EU dream is just dwindling further and further as Addymestic gets sent into loser's bracket. He's going to be going up against ERAM next.
Not ERAM.
Why did I say ERAM? Remy.
Because you're just thinking about